All right, everyone. Welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Wednesday, July 4th, 2018. All right, so today, coming into some energy going into tomorrow, we do have the moon shifting into Pisces, so I think a great day for getting in touch with our receptive side, letting go so we can find more peace in our life and access our intuition and that presence. But going into tomorrow, we do have quite a bit going on. Chiron's going to go retrograde tomorrow, so maybe some things involving healing are slowing down and maybe getting a bit of a break with that, coming up to a reconsidering time with some of those things. The sun is going to be trining Jupiter tomorrow, so we'll be feeling that the later part of today. In a sense, maybe a bit of open-mindedness, optimism, inspiration perhaps, and Mercury is going to be opposite Mars as well going into tomorrow. So maybe wanting to assert our ideas, communicate in direct ways, but practicing balance with that. All right, so let's look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here's the sky for this Wednesday. Again, we are using what's called true Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, check out that link down below for more information. All right, so let's take a look at the aspects here so you all can see kind of what's going on. No major aspects going exact today, but a lot of aspects starting to go with an orb that are going to go exact tomorrow. Chiron retrograde, Sun trine Jupiter, and Mercury opposite Mars. So this energy is sort of increasing today as the day unfolds. However, as the backdrop, the moon is going to be shifting into Pisces, so it is an excellent next few days actually for getting in touch with our inner receptive side, right? This could be internally, such as through our intuition, listening to our inner guidance. It could be externally, such as letting go of things that are outside of our control or that we may feel guided to let go of so we can have more peace in our life. And quite possibly tangible things like creativity, imagination, unconditionality, acceptance, all of this receptive stuff, likely the theme. And just all in all, I think getting in touch with the present moment is the best way of working with Pisces. Essentially, that's what Pisces helps us do, is find that spiritual peace, which is of course found in the present moment. So great day for developing this and maybe some themes pertaining to letting go, intuition, etc. As the moon shifts into Pisces. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of these aspects going into tomorrow. Chiron going station retrograde, now slowing down in the sky, also in Pisces. So this has been a time of healing potentially our connection to the present moment. This has been an energy for, I believe, the past year and a half. And so healing anything that's been about, getting in touch with what is and accepting what is, and even things maybe involving our unconscious or our deep psyche or our spiritual body. But whatever you have been healing with just generally, let's say over the past couple of years, is now going into a pause. So for about the next 6 months, we do get this bit of a pause with whatever it is we've been healing with. And so we'll probably notice, it's a very minor planet, it's a comet actually. We may notice some things slowing down where maybe we're just not as concerned with healing matters, or maybe they take a bit of a back burner, or we're starting to reconsider them. Because that's essentially what we want to do during the retrograde, is kind of rework, do some of the relearning about healing and these deeper things, or our wounds and things like that during the retrograde, even though we're not pushed to do it, even though the wounds may not arise, and we do get a bit of a break with that. Okay, so that's mostly, it's really today and tomorrow as Chiron slows down, but going into the weekend, maybe more of that reconsidering of some of that healing energy and a bit of pause with that. All right, so the sun is going to be trining up to Jupiter. Also, we'll feel this the later part of the day as the day unfolds. Jupiter, who's actually about to go direct next week, we could notice that some things are slowing down with opportunities, in the sense that we've been reworking them for about the past 4 months with Jupiter retrograde, and now starting to notice that they're maybe starting to shift direction or our perspective of what's possible is starting to shift direction. However, with the Sun trine Jupiter, this really gives us a boost of perhaps an open-mindedness to some opportunities or to what's possible in life. And that can bring in a bit of hopefulness, inspiration, optimism perhaps. But most importantly, I think just getting in touch with that spirit for life and that greater perspective and that adventurousness that Jupiter helps us cultivate, especially when in a very good aspect to a very important planet like the Sun. Okay, and this could be also a great time for expressing ourselves going into tomorrow. Jupiter can expand Sun energy, which could be expanding self-expression, maybe creativity, and anything we're focused on with the Sun. So also going into tomorrow here, Mercury opposite up to Mars. This will be mostly tomorrow though. But in the later part of today, if you do feel like there's any type of really strong need when it comes to what we're communicating, when it comes to, what we're thinking about or wanting on a mental or communicative level, good to practice balance with this, right? All oppositions are about bringing balance back in. And if the Mars energy is strong in that sense, then balancing it with Mercury energy, which is an open mind, a willingness to communicate, learn from others, right? Exchange, this type of thing. If it's more social, if it's more mental, then it's being open-minded and being willing to learn can help balance that out. And vice versa, if there's not enough Mars energy, if you're feeling like you do want to be direct with your communication or maybe take some action to learn some things or do some writing and reading, maybe bringing in some of that as well, to find that balance between the mind and the assertiveness or the energy motivation. Now, a lot of this is also retrograde. Mars went retrograde last week. So it is still a time while this is going on to be reconsidering what are our needs, what do we want, what drives us, what motivates us, all while finding that balance. All right. So that's kind of the day is, I think most importantly, it's Pisces. It is about accessing, again, that presence, our intuition, our imaginative, creative side, essentially finding more peace in life. But as the day unfolds, maybe a pause with some of the healing energy that we've been experiencing. In this case, maybe the past 6 months while Chiron was direct. We get a bit of a pause with that, but a good time to start to rethink or relearn some of these things if there is anything for you that you've been healing with. Sun trine Jupiter, a bit of open-mindedness can lead to a bit of that self-expression. Maybe creative energy, maybe adventurousness, inspiration going into tomorrow, hopefulness. And because of that open-mindedness, maybe seeing some opportunities, depending on our personal chart. And Mercury opposite Mars, finding that balance between asserting ourselves and being direct with being open-minded in the sense of willing to learn from others and share and exchange if it's communicative. If it's personal, finding the balance between what we're thinking about and what we're learning and that drive and energy, which is Mars. All right. On a very minor note, the moon will be sextiling Pluto. Very minor. Could just be a good day for empowering ourselves. If there is anything you do feel empowered to do, specifically if it does involve accessing, again, that acceptance of what is, which is Pisces, really good day to work with that energy as well. All right. So have a fantastic day, everyone. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow for the daily forecast.